The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or CBGTV.com. The medical and health information shared does not constitute a physician-patient relationship. It is provided for general informational and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional care. Accordingly, you are encouraged to consult and speak openly with the appropriate care professionals.
Hey, hello. This is Cindy coming to you from Roberts Creek, BC. I am on the Sunshine Coast. I know I said I was going on hiatus, and that I probably wouldn't be back, but I'm gonna do some update shows, here and there, providing I can, and this week I can. I got to record this while I was at an area that I had some internet. So I'm sitting in my van. Welcome to my traveling homestead. And so I'm sitting in here, kind of just hanging out, recording the show, rolling a joint. I've got my clothes here drying beside me. It's flipping awesome. And no, I don't have dreads in right now. I took them out the other day, so I could have them reinstalled, with possibly a few less because it was really heavy. Possibly a lot less. I'm thinking about only doing a partial install, to be honest. Just cause, it was really, really heavy, and I've got this idea in my mind that I'm going to talk with Katie about when I get there, which will be today, because you guys are watching this on Tuesday. I might be recording this on Monday, but you're watching it on Tuesday. I found a little salon to go and get my hair fixed, so it's back up on the sides right now. But the young lady that was there, she did a phenomenal job. She really took a lot of care and a love with my hair, and a lot of compassion, understanding with me, and she did the best that she could. It is not perfect, but she has the best. She's done a really great job at fixing it up, and I'll get a few dreads in there, and it'll feel absolutely wonderful. So I'm really, really excited to go hang out with Katie tomorrow. Today, yeah, because of course you guys are watching this on Tuesday, even though I'm recording this on Monday. Yeah, I'm rolling a joint right now. So the other thing that I have been doing, of course, the last 3 days, I have been off running around doing camo, which has been spectacular. It's just been spectacular. It's actually been absolutely horrifying, but at the same time, spectacular. I have never felt healthier. And I say that at the end of every medicine, to be honest. I feel the healthiest I've ever felt. And with each new healing, I feel healthier and cleaner. And it's pretty amazing to feel, actually. The guide I had this time was wonderful. I came out to Roberts Creek by myself, and stayed in. She has a little kind of suite done up for clients to come and stay, so I stayed in there. Pardon me, it was very comfortable and very cozy, and I got to have it to be my room, and she came to me, so I just had to get up and be there. And it was spectacular. Day one was hard, to say the least. It was hard. If you want to know more, I think on Mushy Moment we're chatting, which was before this. So if you haven't watched Mushy Moment, you can go back and hit the replay. But yeah, we were on there chatting about that earlier. Me trying to watch. Remember that you guys are watching on Tuesday, right? So I, of course, being recorded on Monday, I have no idea what we chatted about. So I'm just gonna tell you guys Uh, I only took one spot right there. You see it? One gate, as they call it, on day one. And I'm super sensitive to the medicine, and this was really powerful medicine. I purged hard, crazy out of every pore, every orifice. I cried. I had snot running. It was awesome. Um, it was when it was all said and done, and my system regulated again, and temperature came back to normal. And then I got to have a little healthy snack, and I grabbed a little quick shower. I felt like a whole new woman. I felt clean. I was in the middle of a diverticulitis attack. Um, I don't know if any of you know what that is. It's like Crohn's times a million. And, you know, so it started before I came to BC, that the diverticulitis started acting up. Um, and day one of Cambo cleared it. Like, I mean, it cleared it. It cleared it out. I mean, normally, with how it was affecting me, I would have been um, another week or two getting over it. And Cambo chased it right out of me. Like, boom, gone. Um, and so that was pretty intense. It was really crazy intense. Uh, day two, um, day two, it worked on my central nervous system and my muscles. It got in there and it cured muscle spasms I had been having and nerve pain I had been having. It settled it. That was really crazily amazing. Really crazily amazing. Um, it was absolutely phenomenal. So I was really excited about having that happen. Um, I did not purge on day two. Day two was, it, again, was only one dot. So it was one of these dots over here. You can see them right there. Boom. See them? So it was the same amount as day one. Uh, and there was no purging. I felt sick. I shook, and my jaw shook, and you could hear the shaking when I talked. Um, and I purged with my talking. All 3 days I purged with my talking. I talk, and that was pretty amazing too. I bonded with. I know I bonded. I've got a connection with this lady now. She's spectacular. Um, yeah. So and then day three was worse than day one. But I purged out a lot of emotional stuff that I needed to purge. It was crazy. It was very spectacular. It's an amazing medicine. It's a purgatory medicine. It's a detoxing medicine, and it did me wonders of good. And of course, that's not the only thing I've done while I've been here in BC. I bought this van, this incredible hippie van. I love my hippie van. Um, and it's been spectacular so far. We picked it up, had friends go up with me. Three of them actually go up with me. Well, two of them and one's child. So there were still three people, but one was a child. We went up to Powell River, which is two ferries away. You have to take the ferry over the Sunshine Coast, drive through the Sunshine Coast to go to an upper part of Sunshine Coast and get on that ferry to get up to the upper part of Sunshine Coast. Those are my words. But two ferries. It was pretty amazing. We got up there and Powell River was beautiful. Oh my God, what a beautiful area. And then we found a little campsite to stay in. It only cost us $30 for two vehicles and four people. Um, Government campsite, of course, and it was spectacular. I mean, I posted some pictures on my wall, and the trees were so tall, and there were like, mushrooms growing everywhere. There was right close to the water. We were able to go down. Ashley and I went down to the water, and we hung out there for a while. It was just spectacular to sleep in the middle of that and then wake up and go down to the water. And it was just wonderful. I can't even, beyond saying it was wonderful, I don't even know what else to say. It was just everything that I had ever wanted, you know, in owning a camper van and traveling across Canada. It was flippin' spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Um, I'm sorry, I just heard my phone buzz, so I turned around and wondered where it was because it's got to be in here somewhere. And brought it in. I'll find it. Um, yeah. So, and that was the first night, and then we came back to Richmond, and I've gotten a chance to drive around Vancouver or drive through Vancouver a little bit. Um, and of course around Richmond, it's a great driving vehicle. It's very smooth, easy to handle. Uh, yeah, yeah. I've already started to get it decorated. I've got a few things hanging. Um, a beautiful feather that was gifted to me. A uh, traveling luck that was gifted to me from my friend Bonnie for my last birthday. A little Buddha chime. Yeah, I've got a crown of roses hanging up there. If it was lighter out here, I'd show you. But I'm recording and it's getting dark. It's what time is it here? I don't know. I knew where my phone was. I could tell you what time it was here, but I don't know what I did with my phone. I mean, my phone can't be far. I found it. Recording at 9:30 p.m. So that's why it's starting to get dark. It'll be dark in the next 20 minutes. Yeah, but I got a little light here. Don't be blinded. See? Runs on batteries, so and I got a bunch of batteries. Even though I'm sitting in somebody's driveway right now, we're sitting right by the woods, and I'm in this little tiny place called Roberts Creek on the Sunshine Coast. What a beautiful little community. And right now it is just so silent here. The woods are right here. Um, and it's just beautifully silent. Spectacular. One of the things I'd like to find in my travels, I would like to find a battery run fan. Not a rechargeable one, a battery run fan. Yeah. And I got to get a decent battery charger for my phone too. Because my charger hooks into the main battery, and I don't want to do that at night if I need to charge something. I can do that while I'm driving and have everything charged up, but then if I need some extra charging, I want to make sure I can do that without drawing off my battery or my auxiliary battery. So yeah, so I want to get a battery run fan. I'm sure there must be something somewhere. So I've been keeping an eye out, in the home hardwares or in the Canadian Tires as I go through. If I could find a battery run fan, I would be ecstatic. Any of you are watching this and know where I could get a battery run fan? Would you let me know and I'll go get one, please? Cheers. My little ashtray. This is my little ashtray for my trip home. One of those things. I've got a really nice ashtray at home that is for the van, but it's ceramic and I didn't want to bring it on the plane. I probably would have been okay bringing it on the plane. I probably should have brought it on the plane. Then I didn't have to worry about it. Ooh! Throwing stuff everywhere I am. It's warm sitting in here right now because I've got the doors closed and everything else. I don't have the windows closed. I've got two little windows with screens on them that are open. But a little bit more. And of course, the humidity is just playing with the little curls that I get in my hair instead of staying straight. It's driving me nuts. But I brought hats for just this reason. I have 3 or 4 hats here, so I cannot worry about it. So I will be wearing hats. I've got some bandanas, and that'll look good too, with a little bit of hair coming out from underneath it. Um, yeah, yeah. So what else have I done here? I mean, I haven't been here that long. Well, I'll be here a week on Wednesday. So I've been here for 5 days now. And most of it has been going out to Powell River, getting the van, I landed on Wednesday. Thursday, we got up and we went up to Powell River. We got the van. We came back on Friday. Kind of took the entire. I mean, that was pretty much all we did. A little bit of visiting Friday evening. Saturday morning, I was up at 6 a.m. on my way back over to the Sunshine Coast to come here to Roberts Creek and start Cambo. I started Cambo that day, and um, yeah, and I told you a bit about the Cambo already. In the evenings, of course, Cambo is not very long, an hour at most. In the evenings, afternoons and evenings, I mean, I've been going in to Sea Shelter or Gibson's or Roberts Creek. I found the greatest little restaurant here in Roberts Creek that sells the best yam fries. Might go back tomorrow for lunch after the podcast because I couldn't eat the chipotle mayonnaise with it because I was doing Cambo, right? So tomorrow I'm gonna go eat all the chipotle mayonnaise. Um, they were really good yam fries. I have to be honest, really good yam fries or sweet potato fries, whatever you want to call them. Fantastic. So I found that place. I've been there a couple of times. I also had a Caesar salad there, which was, regular Caesar salad. Been searching for smoothies. I found a smoothie place today in at Gibson's. So I went into Gibson's this morning and I did laundry. Chatted with people. They were watching me hang up my laundry in my van, and they're like, "That's great," and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." And they're like, "I love your lifestyle," and I'm like, "I've learned to love it too." um, yeah, so I mean, like that's been my big excitement over the past 5 days. It's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to think about. I'm just coming up here further. I'm going to open this other window. There. Just to get some more airflow in the. Well, I'm going to close them when I get to bed because I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to like pouring rain here, and my belly's going snacks. I woke up to pouring rain, and my van windows were open, so I had to come running out at 6 o'clock this morning, 7 o'clock this morning, whenever it was, and close the windows really quick. Yeah, exciting times. And normally when I say that, I'd be in the Maritimes. Exciting times in the Maritimes. But of course, I'm not in the Maritimes. I'm on the Sunshine Coast. Oh, look, I'm making my hair stick up. Yeah, so it's been an interesting trip so far. Absolutely. Uh, huh. Utterly fantastic trip so far. Cambo is not an easy medicine to do, but the benefits of it are spectacular. Um, huh. Yeah, the benefits are absolutely spectacular. It's what's replaying in my mind what I've been going through. And what else have I tried? Oh, that's the other thing that I was going to tell you about. She has introduced me to a new medicine. I love people when I in this space. When I did Cambo with Ashley, she introduced me to there were 5 different medicines that she introduced me to actually, and a couple of new fruits to eat. And then Gareth has done the same thing. Other people do that. Like I mean, they always introduce you to something else. So one of the other things that she introduced me to is this. I'm going to call it my liquid gold. This is called kava. I've taken, the majority of a dropper full of kava, and this has helped to relax, helped to kill anxiety, um, and I'm really excited because I'm full of anxiety normally. So I dosed with it tonight, and I can feel it. You know what I mean? I can feel that drop in the shoulders. I can feel that relaxation. Um, so time will tell, and I will keep you all up to date on what that does for me. Because it's something completely new for me. I might have heard of it before this, but with my PTSD and anxiety, I didn't solidify it in my brain. Now I've got it solidified in my brain. Boom. Yeah, so what else has been going on? What else have I tried? What else is new? What else have I learned? Um, learned so much. Uh, you know, in doing medicines. Every practitioner, every server guide that I meet and I work with, they teach me things beyond just the medicine I'm doing. And that's fantastic, right? So, this lady that I have worked with the past 3 days, she has taught me about kava. She has taught me a lot about feathers and creating my own smudging fan. Um, and she suggested different feathers to collect because I told her what I wanted to do was collect feathers on my way home and make my own fan out of feathers that I've collected. And she said, okay, but you have to make sure that you keep things together in groups, right? And I was telling her about a raven feather I had found in Nova Scotia, and she's like, no, 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 they're tricksters. Don't smudge anybody with a raven feather. So I've learned a lot about that, which I find really cool. She's told me stories about what's happening up north, and this is a happy show, so I won't get into that. Yeah, crazy stuff is happening up there. Um, Indigenous people still need support, and they still need to be fought for. And I'll leave it at that and go on to something else. I got to keep an eye on the time too. Um, she's taught me so much. She's taught me a bit more about Cambo. Um, as I've been doing Cambo and other medicines, I have been told that you really shouldn't do DMT or other things before Cambo. Do Cambo first. I've been told that you should wait X amount of time after doing 5-MeO to do Cambo. So when I worked with this lady, she said, yeah, that's true for a new user and an somebody who isn't familiar with psychedelics. She said if I were to, she goes, if I were you, I'd wait at least 6 weeks. So it's kind of different for everybody. Um, and I don't really know what the adverse effects are. I just know that Cambo works better if it's not fighting. Any of these medicines work the best if they're not fighting against other medicines. Um, and that's why when you do something like Cambo, when you get up and you don't smoke a joint until after you're done, because so then Cambo is not fighting with the joint, etc., etc., etc. These are little things I've learned. Not everybody follows all of it. Some medicines work well together. But Cambo, from what I can understand, is one that likes to go first, and it prepares you for the other medicines because it completely detoxes you. I mean, it fleshes your body out, like completely fleshes your body out. It's absolutely crazy. Um, hmm. I am gonna try to get some pictures together and see if I can get some help, get somebody to string them together with some, well, not really music, but um, to string them together so I can show you next time. Maybe I can add them to figure out how to do it with my tablet because I didn't bring my computer, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can share screen. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I can do all of that somehow. Hmm. I'll figure it out. I'll come back and play and figure it out because there's got to be a way that I should be able to do all that from here. I don't see the button, but that doesn't mean that I can't do it. I just have to figure out how. Worst comes to worst, maybe I can get somebody to help me. Maybe I can send somebody the pictures and they can put them up here from the computer. Where there's a will, there's a way. We're doing okay with time. I'm going to try and get through some of this joint. Hmm. So after I'm done with you guys, I'm going to finish my joint. And then I'm going to head in and probably go to bed. Cambo does wipe you out. You do need rest afterwards. A good rest. So I am going to go do that. Probably watch a show or two with my feet up, and then have a good rest. And then I'll be back out here in the morning. Um, my lovely hostess slash trip guide. Um, is allowing me to park here to do the other podcast in the morning, so I can just use her internet instead of my data, which is really epically sweet. Like, I mean, this lady's blowing my mind. She's such a doll. But really, everybody that I meet in the space. I mean, I can go back to Gareth and Blair, friends that I've made, like, Mark Howard and Robin, Patrick Fishley and his wife Michelle, this lady Ashley, friends I've made like Steve, people in this space, this healing space with psychedelics. They're so full of love, and all they want to do is help somebody else find their own healing powers. Because one of the things that was said to me today is we all heal ourselves. We are all our own healers. We find people like Ashley or Patrick or Michelle or Gareth or Elizabeth or Mark or Blair or this. I mean, they are there to guide us and to help us and to show us the medicine and to help give us the tools. But we heal ourselves, and that's really, really true. And so I have been spending the last little while healing myself, and it has been absolutely fantastic. I feel absolutely blessed to even just be here and be part of this. Everybody's so loving and so kind, and yeah, I could gush on about that for a long time because they are like, and I could just, my heart just swells when I think about it. The love and the kindness and the compassion that is in this sector of humanity. It's fantastic. Yeah, and I kind of, I hope it stays this way, because cannabis was, a free medication too, is just a plant, and governments have like ruined it. They've turned it into an industry, and they've turned it into a business, and that bothers me. And I just keep praying that psychedelics don't go that way. Yeah, so we are actually getting near the end. My new ending is 2 minutes and 21 seconds. So I have about a minute to finish up. So I will be back next week. Sorry I don't have a prize to give away. If I find something, I will. But until then, please come on back next week. I'm going to do my best to do a little recording and get another little update out there. There will be a few more exciting things happening, so I'll have a few more stories to tell. Pardon me. Yeah, so join me here next week for Tokin Talk. I will be somewhere in British Columbia. I'm going to go now. I'm going to hit the end. I'm going to end recording and set it up so you guys get to see me today. Have a beautiful and blessed Thursday evening. I absolutely adore you all. You know what? Stay kind to each other. Stay loving to each other. Stay understanding to each other. Because the world needs more of all of that. I absolutely adore you all. I love you so much. See you next week. Bye.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating cannabis education here at Pace Radio.